He's a bad beast on that barbecue, on the grill or the smoker. He knows just what to do. He's a bad beast on that barbecue.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be looking at a new indoor-outdoor grill that we received from Kenyon International. Kenyon International is a company that builds and sells stainless steel indoor-outdoor grills that you can put in your home, on boats and outdoor kitchens, out on the patio and things of that nature. This is a great idea for those individuals who are living in apartments that want to grill but can't have open flames, or for individuals who are in areas of inclement weather and don't want to go outside and deal with the snow and the ice when it comes to pellet smokers and charcoal and things of that nature. So they sent us one of these. This particular one is called the Kenyon Revolution. Okay, they have about 3 or 4 different grills on their website, and we're going to be taking an extensive look at this one here, and we're going to be cooking on this one today, and we're going to give you our final decision on what we think of the Kenyon Revolution electric grill. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you a few little tidbits about the company and about the grill itself. Okay. All right, the Kenyon International is one of the largest manufacturers in North America of 2-burner ceramic glass cooktops. They also make high-quality stainless steel electric grills. They're located in Clinton, Connecticut, and they're a small business. They started out making marine equipment, and then they branched off into cooktops and grills. Okay, this particular grill that we're going to be reviewing today is called the Kenyon Revolution. It can reach up temperatures up to 500 degrees in 5 minutes, or 600 degrees within 10 minutes for perfect searing. Okay, supposedly there are no hot or cold zones due to the direct contact between the element and the cooking grate. It has non-stick grates, and the non-stick grates are dishwasher safe. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this through its paces. So hey, hang around, don't go nowhere. We'll show you some close-ups. We're going to do a couple of heat tests with it. We're going to sear a steak. We're going to cook maybe a few shrimp, maybe some salmon, depending on the wife wants, and then we will give you our final thoughts on the Kenyon Revolution grill. Okay, so hey, hang around. All right, guys, so we're going to go through the initial setup. Now, I have the grill tilted forward just so you can get a good look at it, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this prop down here so that it can lay flat. Okay. And so now we're going to show you what's on the inside of it. So, as you can see, it has the cooking grate here, okay? And the cooking grate is pretty ingenious. I like this because if you look on the back side of it, the burner snakes through the interior of the cooking grate. Okay, that way the burner is right up against the grate itself, and it's protected. So you don't have to worry about trying to align it right. It'll fit right in these grooves. All right. So we've already washed this with soapy water. Okay. The next we have the burner here. Now, as you can see, the burner, it lifts up and it locks in place so that you can get to the water pan. Now, inside the bottom of this is a water pan like this, okay? And you cannot run this without a water pan in the bottom of it. So what they do, they suggest you put water or any type of liquid inside of it. They said if you put some kind of flavored liquid in it, like apple juice or liquid smoke in some water, something that it would add flavor to the food. Initially, I can't see how that would happen since the burner is so far above the liquid. I can't see how the liquid would reach a temperature hot enough to emit steam, but then we'll see how that works out. Okay, so we're going to take some water and we're going to put in our pan. Maybe I should adjust my pitcher to allow for the water to flow out. All right, there we go. So we're adding some water. I'm not going to add a whole lot, just about an inch of water to the pan. All right. So we're gonna lower our grate, right? And we're gonna put our, well, we lowered the burner, we're gonna put our grate back in place. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so now it's ready to cook. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick temperature test on it. All right, so we're ready to do our heat test. Okay, so we're gonna take our temperature here and we are going to turn it all the way to high. Okay, so we've turned the temperature all the way up to high, and it says in 10 minutes, the grate temperature, the surface temperature of the grate should be 600 degrees. Okay, so we'll come back in 10 minutes, and we'll use my heat gun here, and we'll check the surface temperature of our grill. So hang around. All right, guys, so it's been a little over 10 minutes now. We're going to go ahead and test the temperature of our grate. I have this infrared thermometer, and I'm going to position myself in front of the camera so you can see the numbers on it and the light hitting the grill. So we're going to open this up. All right, let me position myself. So here you can see that our surface temperature is 586 degrees after 10 minutes of warming up. I suspect that it would reach up to 600 degrees in a few more minutes. So we'll go ahead and get ready for the cooking test. All right, guys, so we're ready to do our cook test. We got a 1-inch thick T-bone steak here that has been seasoned with just kosher salt and cracked black pepper on both sides. It's been sitting out, so it's at room temperature. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on the grill. Now for this grill, since it's a non-stick top, you're supposed to use a set of tongs or tools that are heat resistant silicone on the tip so you won't scratch the surface, okay? Okay, so since we got a 1-inch thick T-bone here, try to shoot for medium rare. I'm gonna cook it 4 minutes on each side, turning it 2 minutes, every 2 minutes to see if I can get the grill marks, okay? So we got our, let me go ahead and set my timer here. Okay, I got my 2-minute timer set. So let me get my T-bone, lift my lid, drop them down. There's the sizzle. Timer start. 2 minutes. Now the temperature of the surface was 614 degrees when I last checked it before we threw the steak on there. All right, so the 2 minutes are up. We're gonna go ahead and turn it so we can get grill marks the other way and set for another 2 minutes. All right, guys, so we're finished with our steak searing cook. We cooked it for 4 minutes on each side, turning it every 2 minutes to see if we can get some grill marks. We've taken it off. We got it on the cutting board right here, and it is resting. I'm gonna let it rest for about 5 to 8 minutes or so before we cut into it to see if we reach that medium rare area that we're looking for, okay? While we're waiting on the steak to do a taste test, a couple of things that I want to say about the grill here. First of all, it's supposed to be theoretically smokeless. That's what it claims, but you can't cook any food indoor, especially any food that creates grease like steaks and pork chops and things of that nature without creating some type of smoke. So I don't know if you can really tell in here in the man cave, but it's very smoky in here. The smoke alarm went off while we was cooking our steak, so we had to take that down. So as far as cooking indoors with this, if you're going to do that and if you're going to cook anything that produces some fat, like the fat on a steak and things that's going to, the grease, and it's going to produce some smoke, I suggest that you ventilate the area very well. We opened up both of the windows down here in the man cave just to get the smoke out of it. So that's one thing. But if you're going to be cooking, bacon, pancakes, something on the griddle, maybe some lean chicken or something, you may not have that problem, okay? Secondly, the lid gets very, very hot. So you have to be careful touching the lid. Okay, make sure you use the handle because you can burn yourself. The lid leans all the way back, so be careful if you're behind it or what have you that it doesn't hit anything that may catch fire. Okay. Uh, it heats up very, very fast. Within 10 minutes, we was up to 614 degrees this time. I know during the heat test, it was like 586, 587, but this time with the lid closed, it got up to 614 degrees. As soon as we threw the steak on there, you heard that sizzle, and it was off and running, okay? There's a wide range from high to low of different degrees here. Now, they're not marked on here. It's just marks for each area between high and low. I think what I'll do is I may turn the knob to each one of those areas, use the heat gun or use the Maverick, put the grill clamp in there and measure the temperature of each one of these notches in order to get a more precise measurement of the temperature at each one of these stages. Okay, um, the, this I don't think is a will be a very good device if you try to smoke something for a long time because there is a gap around the lid that will not retain your heat. It'll leak out around the sides. Although if you was to put it on a rack or put it up on something and get it up into the top dome area of this grill, and it may retain enough heat in that area to smoke something for an hour or two. There is a recipe for this grill for barbecue ribs, but they have you wrapping the ribs in foil and then putting them on the grate and then cooking them for an hour and then taking them off and searing them. So we may try that just to see how that works out. Okay, so I'll give you my final thoughts on this once we do the taste test. So let's go ahead and get cut into this steak. All right, guys, so let's uncover our steak that's been resting for 8 to 10 minutes and cut into this bad boy and see exactly how it worked out. Okay, there's a lot of juice on this board, but my main thing is to see if we reach that medium rare consistency. All right, so cut through the fat, cut through the steak. Let's see what we have here. Actually, that's very, very close. Maybe a little bit closer to medium than, but it's not cooked all the way through. I got some pink. It's very, very juicy. It's going to take some time to learn how to control the temperature and the timing on this steak. If I had went maybe 3 minutes per side instead of 4, we might have been right there on time. So let's go ahead and give this bad boy a taste. Very juicy. It's got that nice pink center right there. Nice. Okay. Let's get this bad boy a taste. That's a big piece of steak. Let me cut this down a little bit. All right. Smells fantastic. All right. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Wow. It's been a long time since I had seared steak on a grill. And this bad boy is very, very good. Because I put kosher salt on it and fresh cracked black pepper. Man, the flavor is fantastic. It's very juicy. It's very moist. Got that pink center. Man, I would say that this is an excellent steak, man. I just need to control my temperatures a little bit more. But, man, this is perfect, man. Almost perfect, okay? Gotta have one more bite. Woo. Man, that's good. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on the Kenyon Revolution Indoor-Outdoor Electric Grill is that on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably have to give it a 8.5, almost 9. The reason I couldn't give it a overall 10 is that it claims to be smokeless. However, like I mentioned before, depending on the food that you're cooking, then that might make it smokeless. If you're doing vegetables or if you're doing maybe some seafood or something that's lean like chicken, then it probably won't smoke as much. But if you're throwing some 80-20 hamburgers on here or steak with this fat around it, like we did, you're going to get some smoke. So make sure you ventilate the room indoors that you're cooking in very, very well. Also, the top gets very, very hot. The entire thing is stainless steel, so you got to be careful with that. Being indoor, that could be a burn hazard, so you got to be very, very careful with that. And the other thing that I couldn't give it a total 10 for is the fact that according to the instructions, you have to plug this directly into an outlet. Okay, so they don't want you to hook it up to an extension cord. Even if you have one of those heavy duty extension cords, it says do not hook to an extension cord. And sometimes you may be in a situation where you're just not close enough to the plug. So if you're going to hook this up to an extension cord, I suggest you get one of those real heavy duty ones that can handle the wattage. But all in all, I think that this is a fantastic little grill. Price wise, it's about $475, but it's stainless steel. It's easy to clean, and I think that if you're in an area, once again, like I mentioned before, where you can't have open fires and things, this might be ideal for you to cook out on your patio, on your deck, or in your apartment if you can't have charcoal or a pellet smoker or something along those lines. So, well, that's all we had time for. I want to thank the folks at Kenyon International for sending us this grill. We'll be showing this in several more videos, especially as the weather warm up. We're going to be using this out on the deck. Believe me, this will be cool for a reverse sear option because I can take my steaks and put them in the smoker outside on the deck at a low temperature and get a lot of smoke in them, and then use this bad boy here to reverse sear them. This got up to 614 degrees. The next test we do, the next video, we're going to hook the Maverick to it and see exactly what the degree is for each one of those levels on the knob comes to. But hey, if you guys are interested in more information on this, I'll put the links down in the description block, okay? And as always, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. Ooh, man. So good. We'll see you guys around the smoker. I'm going to kill this. Hey guys, hey, thanks for watching and thanks for all your support. Hey, if you want to see more Bad Beats Barbecue videos, hey, click one of the 2 links here on the screen. Hey, and as always, hey, we'll see you guys around the smoker.